There you are. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, let's get started. I think Sue's going to join us, but she must be running late. So we're on time and we're going to do it. You ready? You ready to feel good? Make sure you breathe a lot in this class, okay? As much as you can. Think about inhaling and exhaling. Take your feet a little wider than hip width and just sweep the arms up and down. And if they're not comfortable going all the way up, don't take them all the way up. This class is going to work on mobility and flexibility. So enjoy, don't force anything, just feel good. I call it the feel good class. Okay, make a fist, pull the arms back, and then just scoot them out in front and keep them shoulder width apart with your hands facing up. And then scoot them back again. Really try to get them back as far as you can. And then forward. And one more time back. Really proud out your chest. Bring them forward. Now keep the palms up and open them out to the side. See if you can take them back even a little bit more. But you want to make sure you're not pulling your head forward because you shouldn't feel any discomfort in your neck. So pull that chin in. Get nice and tall and long. And we're going to do this one more time. Hold it. Now, let the arms come down and flip the palms so they face the back of the room. Lift them a little higher in the back if you can. And keep the palms where they are, but sweep the arms up. So now your palms are facing out. And let's do that again. Take the arms back. Proud out your chest. And then bring them back up again. There she is. Don't forget to mute. Good morning, good morning. Okay, sweep them up one more time. Hold them, reach for the ceiling. Now you're going to take your gaze and look up. And now we're going to fold halfway forward. Keep your arms by your side, but you still have your palms up. Hollow out that belly when you got gravity wanting to take it down. Okay, come up and sweep the arms back up. We're going to do that again. Fold halfway down. Keep the weight in the back of the body. As best you can. Sweep back up. Hips push back as you fold forward. And come back up to standing. Left hand on your waist. This palm is going to face up. You're going to sweep it up. Work on this one arm and see if you can get it long. Nice. Do the same on the opposite side. Hand to your waist. Sweep this one up. And try to really work on getting it nice and straight. And do that again. So these simple moves bring oxygen and blood flow. And they feel good after we do them. So you might not think you're getting, like, why are we doing this? Because it's good for us. Okay, one more time on the other side. Nice. Now, arms pull back. We're going to corkscrew the hands like Sean says. So just rotate the wrists or the palms front to back. While you proud out your chest. Keep your weight to the posterior muscle chain today as best you can. And use your glutes and your six-pack muscle. So you got to engage it. Don't let it rest. And learn to engage and breathe at the same time. Okay, arms up, palms face up. Now you're going to bring them forward. And open. And forward. And do it one more time. Now bring them up. Make a Y. So they're not going like this. You're not going to pinch all the openings that we just created. So keep them wide. And try to pull the shoulders apart, right? So you're trying to stay nice and broad through the shoulders. Should feel like work, just holding this. Let's just do it for 3 more breaths. Nice. Okay, now we're going to do a full fold all the way down. Let your head go. You're just looking through the legs to the back of the room. Big stretch for the lower back.
Now, if you want to support your back, take your forearms to your thighs. If you feel loose enough and you can get all the way down, why not? And if you can be in a straight leg, let's do it. So as you breathe here, I want you to feel that rib cage expand because you're taking in so much air each time. Okay, inhale and extend to a flat back. If you can, keep your fingers on the floor and then come into a squat. So you're just, think of a squat as bending at the knee. Now, once you've done that, push your butt backwards. So you're getting all the weight out of the toes. And then come back to that full forward fold, let your head go. You're unweighting the upper body here. Feel that low back release. Feel that nice tug behind your legs. Okay, we're going to inhale and extend to that flat back again. You're going to bend at the knee. And now you're going to try to move your butt back, even if it's a tiny bit. Get all the weight out of your toes. And back to that nice fold while you breathe. 3 big breaths. It's amazing the benefits that our body gets out of these huge breaths that we take. Okay, inhale, extend, flat back. Last time doing this, lower the butt. Push it backwards, hold it here just for a few more breaths. Now bring your forearms above your knees, so onto your thighs. Stay in this little squat just for a few more breaths here. If you can, drop that butt back, down a little more, back a little more. And now come back up to standing. Nice. You're going to step your left foot forward and your right leg back. We're going to keep both heels down on the floor. So let's look at our feet, make sure we've got them facing forward. Make sure you have enough distance between them so you don't feel like you're going to fall over. So that might mean moving your left foot to the left a little bit. So both heels down. Now straighten out your legs. Hands to heart. We're coming halfway down. That's it. Keep the legs straight. And then come right back up. Once you get halfway and you feel that really big tug, start to come back up. We're easing into this. We're going to do this 3 more times and then we're going to fold over that leg. Got to have a lot of patience to give yourself this kind of love. Okay, so this time that we go down, you're going to release your hands to your leg, walk them down your leg. Try to keep that front leg as straight as you can. And if you have the ability to take the hands to the floor, do it. And then you're going to go into spinal flexion and let your head relax. So I want you to unweight the upper body. Now we're here for 3 gigantic breaths. Expand the rib cage. Feel that space being created. Okay, we're going to inhale and extend to a flat back. So take your hands back onto your shins. Get rid of the rounding in your back. So just keep the spine nice and long. So you got both hands on your shin right now. You're going to take, and this is a bit of a balance challenge. So hopefully you feel stable. And if you don't, then don't do it. You're going to bring your left hand up to your waist. And you're going to give me a little spinal rotation. So your chest is going to turn a little bit to face the left side of the room.
How good does that feel on the outer hip? Let's just hold this for a sec. Okay, bring that hand back to the shin. We're gonna walk it up. So you're standing up tall, step your back foot in, and we're just gonna switch sides. So left foot goes back. How far back do you take that leg? As far back as you can take it with your heel down. Look at both your feet, make sure they're forward. We're gonna bring our hands to heart, straighten out both legs if you can. Now, you can lift up and activate this quad muscle in the front. It'll add to the stability. Hinge forward while you pull in the belly. Come halfway or as far as it feels good, and then just come back up again. And let's do that 2 more times. Okay, so this next time we go down, we're gonna release the hands to the leg. We're gonna walk them down to the shin. As long as you can go with your spine long, just gonna hold this for a sec. Take a few breaths, grab a few, why not? If you're here, you might as well. Now, if you can reach your fingertips to the floor, do it. Round your back, let the head go. Completely unweight the upper body. It'll give you a better stretch in the back of your front leg. So that means trying not to weight into your hands. Okay, here we're going to inhale to a flat back. Bring the hands back onto the shin. Walk them up. Bring that torso back up. Step your back foot forward. So both feet are down. I'm going to have you lift up through your thighs, activate the glutes, activate the belly, step your right foot just inside the left leg. Now, while you're holding this, I want you to try to get taller. So I want you to think of lifting up and out of your hips. Like everything is trying to grow tall. Nice, let's do the same on the opposite side. Don't forget to activate whatever you can think of activating and growing and lengthening is what should be on your mind. Nice proud chest, strong balance. Nice, put the foot down. Take a nice big deep breath. And then we're going to do a nice slow swan dive all the way down. We're going to do a little sun salutation flow here. So you're going to inhale and extend to a flat back. Exhale back down, palms down, step back, plank. Give me a hover and meet me in your up dog. Nice. Now, even though you feel that six-pack stretching out, I want you to keep it active. So work here to pull it in. Your glutes are tight. This is a great little also hip flexor stretch, and it helps to improve that low back flexibility. So we're going to hold this just for a little longer. If you want to elevate off the knees, you should be on the tops of your feet. That's just going to give you a little more challenge for the arms. Okay, now put the knees down, tuck the toes under, elevate your butt like you're going to do a kneeling push-up. That's the position that you should be in right now. Now we're going to hover and bring the chest all the way down to the floor. Nice and slow. Keep your shoulders from rounding forward. Keep your chest off the floor. You got your belly down. You've got that neck nice and long. So close your eyes though, but you're facing the floor.
No wrinkles in the back of the neck allowed. Now, while you're on your belly, suck it in. Use your rectus vena muscles to keep that chest elevated off the floor. So that's where you should be feeling this effort right now, and your glutes and your tummy. So we're gonna take a nice big deep breath in. Your knees are gonna stay on the floor, but you're gonna pick yourself back up to that kneeling push-up position we were just in. Nice. Hold it here, breathe a few times. Now, back all the way down, nice and slow to the floor. And this time you're going to come up onto your forearms, also known as baby cobra. Keep firing your glutes. Now, one big step forward with your elbows, so they're way in front of the shoulders. Keep your knees on the floor, keep your toes tucked under. Hollow out the belly. Lift your hips up. Pull that belly in as much as you can. So this is 8-point plank. If the elbows are way in front of the shoulders, it should feel very challenging through the core. Keep every muscle you can find active. We're going to just hold this a few more times. We're only doing this once today, so make it great. 3 more breaths. Nice. Okay, keep the glutes tight, lower the hips. You're back in that baby cobra. Now you're going to move the hands back on either side of your chest and lower the chest to the floor. Push yourself all the way up to plank and find yourself in a down dog. So make sure you're not pulling too far through the arms. You want to be able to see them. Just relax here and breathe. Okay, baby steps with your feet all the way forward to the hands. Inhale and extend to a flat back. Take your hands above the knees and help yourself get back up to standing. Big deep breath, sweep the arms up. Bring your hands to heart. You're going to turn and face the right side of the room and open your feet nice and wide. So let's take a peek at the feet and make sure that they're both facing forward and that we also have them in the same line as each other. Fold halfway down and just hold this. So with your feet nice and wide, we're getting into the inner thighs a little bit here. It's also a great core exercise, so I want you to pull the belly up to the spine. Bring the left arm out and drift your hips backwards. Bring that left hand back and do the same with the right. Hopefully we're fully extending that arm. Switch again. Keep trying to move those hips back. Now, if you can, take both arms out, nice and long. Just hold here. Got a nice little stretch coming up. 2 more breaths. Okay, hands down, head down, look through the legs, just chill here and breathe. Try to just unweight the upper body, let it go where it wants to be. Okay, now we're going to take the hands over to that left foot. And if you can, just let your head look at that left knee. Now, while you hold this, let's try bending into that right leg. So bend at the right knee. You don't need to come far, or it doesn't need to be a huge move. You're just switching up the angle and getting a little more into that inner thigh. Now take your right hand and try to inch it out so you feel the stretch in your right lat. It should feel really good. You've still got that right leg bent. This is what I call a working stretch. Okay, straighten the right leg, bring your hands back center, dangle the upper body. Even the shoulders, if they want to fall out of their sockets, let them go. Okay, both hands over to that right foot. Take your face, look at the right knee. Keep both of the legs straight just to start. Now bend the left knee. If you can, reach your left arm a little further out so you really feel that lat go. It's awesome when you can get the benefit of 2 or 3 body parts in one stretch. Two more breaths, why not? Feels good, enjoy. Okay, straighten the right leg, bring the hands back to the middle of the feet. Unweight your upper body for the last time here in this pose. Now we're going to inhale and extend to a flat back. Bring your hands up to your thighs. Unfold your upper body so you're back upright. Walk the feet together. Let's turn and face forward. There you are. Big deep breath. Swan dive down. Really, really lengthen through the arms while you fold down. Let the head go. Walk your hands to the front of your mat. Step back to plank. Try to drop into the shoulders and keep micro bends in the elbows. Your butt's nice and high and your tummy is in. Your neck is long, really important. Don't drop the face. We're not here for long. Take a few more breaths. Then we're going to step our feet into bear, Sue's favorite. Here we go. Step them in so the knees are under the hips. Keep your face up. Easy transition here to your butt. Put the knees down. Kick your feet out to the side. Have a seat facing forward. We're going to go heels to the corners of the front of our mat. Sitting up nice and tall in staff pose. Lift the arms up. Try to reach them long. Now bring the arms forward. I want you to C-curve the spine. Pull your belly in. We're going to come down here and we're going to work on hip mobility. So C-curving, hollowing out the belly, nice and slow, all the way to the floor. Let's do one big stretch. Point the toes, reach the arms back behind you. Breathe, feel that nice stretch in the six-pack muscle. Okay, arms come back to your side all the way on the floor. Get nice and flat on your shoulder blades. Step your feet in so your legs are bent, like you're going to bridge it up. But first, we're just going to do a few pelvic rotations. So rotate your pelvis up so you feel the back hug the floor. Now, when we reverse this, I want you to hollow out the belly. Reverse, pull the belly in. Now, don't let the belly go this time when we reverse this again. Keep that activation. Tilt it up and tilt it down. while you pull in that belly. It's not so easy to do. Okay, keep the low back hugging the floor. So you've got your pelvis tilted up. Take your right ankle and set it on your left thigh. Figure 4 stretch in stages. Push the knee forward. And then release that tug forward. And then do it again. It's barely moving, it's more really an activation. And release it. And one last time, push the knee forward. Now, without using your hands, I'd like you to bring your left knee towards you. So lift it off the floor, pull it in. Oh, how good does that feel? Hold, not with the arms. Put that left foot back down. Push the right knee forward. Bring the knee off the floor and bring that left knee in towards you. I'm going to do this one more time. Foot down, right knee forward. Maybe you can get a little more range since this is our third time. Now pull the left knee back in. Now to help out a little bit, you're going to hold the back of the hamstring with both your hands. You can clasp the fingers together. Excuse me. See if you can drive that left knee in a little closer now that you're using your arms. And see if you can move the right knee a little more forward. Just for a breath or two. Okay, release the hands. You're going to put them back on the floor where they were. You're going to put your left foot down on the floor. And you're going to keep your leg, the right leg, exactly where it is. Now take your arms, like an airplane, open them out to the side. Your palms are going to face down. Now from here, hollow out the belly, activate your glutes. You're going to take the right knee and lower it to the right side. So you're going to roll onto the left, the inner part of the foot, of your left foot, and then come back up with the hips. And roll that right knee down to the floor again. So you're getting a nice massage through your upper glute as you roll up and down the knee. Should feel good. Getting a nice little stretch over that left hip. Now this time, hold that right knee down on the floor and just chill out in this position for a few breaths. Nice little stretch for the left side body. Okay, let's bring the knee back up. So you're nice and flat on that left foot. Now we're going to go opposite side. So right knee down, left knee sits on top of your thigh. You're going to bring your arms back in so they're right on the floor. Now keep that left foot flexed while it sits on your thigh. Connect your low back to the floor if it isn't already, and try to move this left knee forward. And then release that activation, but keep your back down on the floor. Go forward. And release it. And go forward. And release it. One more time. Now, without using your arms, pick your right foot up off the floor and drive that right knee in towards you as best you can. You've still got that left foot flexed. Put that foot back down. Lift it back up. And when the foot's on the floor, if the low back comes a little bit up, that's fine. Lower it, lift it. Lower it, lift it. Take your hands now, clasp the fingers, hold on to that hammy. See if you can pull it in a little closer.
While you're doing that, try not to stress out your neck or your shoulders. It's always not so easy to do, but at least if we're consciously thinking about it. Okay, let's take this right foot back to the floor. Open the arms out to the side, like an airplane wings. Have the palms face down, and slowly lower the left knee down to the floor while you hollow out the belly, and then come back up. And if it doesn't get all the way to the floor, no big deal. It's not a competition, and there's no exact science. It's just moving to feel good. I love doing this as a glute massage. I know my favorite leg exercise are deadlifts. So that part of your glute always gets tight. Doesn't this feel good? Just do one more. And then on this last one, you take it down wherever it is, and you just hang out there and breathe. And you're trying to keep your shoulders on the floor. You're just on that left glute, right? Getting a nice little side body stretch on the right side. Breathe into that right side if you can. Okay, come on back up. Let that foot go down onto the floor. Bring your arms back by your side. Extend the legs all the way down along the floor, point your toes. Take the arms back and make a Y with your arms, and spread your fingers with your palms facing up. Now make a fist with your hands, squeeze nice and tight, and then open back up. And do that again, squeeze and release. Keep your toes pointed. You're getting a nice benefit of a shin stretch. And squeeze the hands one more time. Nice, now bring your arms up, lift your head, you're gonna tuck your chin. You're gonna roll up one vertebrae at a time, nice and slow. Open the feet and dive between the legs. So your back stayed in flexion. Now, if you can, put the forearms down on the floor. How good does this feel for the low back? Try your best to unweight that torso. Keep your head wherever it feels good for your neck. Okay, walk the hands back up. So you're sitting nice and tall, but your feet are going to get wider. I want you to flex your feet, open the legs nice and wide. And I want you to rotate your feet backwards as best you can. Now, take both hands over to the left side. I want you to try your best to keep your right hip down on the floor. It might come up a little bit, but make that a conscious effort. Hands are going to walk down this left leg. And if you can, cross your left arm over, the right arm over that leg. So right now, when I did that crossover with my right arm, I'm getting a nice stretch all the way over my right hip. Just gonna hang on to this because it feels good. Breathe. Again, keep your head and your face wherever you don't feel any stress. Now we're going to take this right hand, bring it over to your hip, and turn your chest to face forward. If you can, take your left forearm to the floor. And just hold this. We're not taking this any further. We're just going to hang out here. So big stretch right over that right hip. Nice. Now sit yourself back up. However you get there, do it slowly. We're going to go do the same thing on the opposite leg. So push the right foot towards the back of the room, so your toes are facing back there. Walk the hands down. Remember about your left hip, try to ground it as best you can. And then if you can, reach your left arm, cross it over, reach it out there. Inch it out there and feel that nice pull over that left hip. Take a few more breaths here, enjoy this. Okay, if you can, the right forearm gets to the floor. You're going to open your chest to face forward. Take your left hand to your waist. Just hold this. And then slowly bring your torso back up. Now, with your feet nice and wide, you're going to have your toes now just face up towards the ceiling. Walk your hands forward. And again, take it where you can. Don't force anything. If it's happening today, lower those forearms down. Round the upper back, let the head relax. Just breathe. Okay, walk it back up slowly. You're going to bring your legs together. Let's shake them out. Now we're going to roll onto the right side of our body, and we're going to lie down with your legs slightly bent. So we've got our knees stacked. I've got my feet stacked. I'm on my right hip. And if you need to take a towel and put it under your right hip, just to make it a little cushier, go for it. I'm going to ask you to slide that right arm all the way out so you're down on your side body completely. Take your head and just rest it on the arm. Nice. Now, hollow out the belly. Squeeze your butt cheeks. Take this left arm out in front of you. Wrist and shoulder line up. Now we're going to sweep the left arm up towards the ceiling and take it back down. Keep it nice and long. Sweep it straight up and back down. And one last time. And back down. Now you're going to lift your head up, and if you want to use a pillow for your head, you can. But we're going to slide this right arm and connect both of our palms. So both arms are coming out, and the hands are together. You're going to sweep the left arm all the way up, and this time you're going to open the chest and let that left shoulder go towards the left side body. So this is a big stretch for the arm and chest. It's a great little spinal twist. Really important here to keep the belly in and active. Now let's bring it back slowly. Connect both your hands. We're going to do it again. Lift up, sweep across and over. And really try your best to keep that arm nice and long. And back down to the floor to meet the hand. And one last time, sweep up and across. Nice. Bring it back. Now you're going to take this left arm, you're going to sweep it behind you and make a big circle. Open the chest to face forward. Bring it back over the hip and back to meet that right palm again. We're going to do this 2 more times. Sweep it back. So you're making a big circle with that arm. And then bring it back. And one last time. And now you're going to come onto your back. And you're going to draw both knees into the chest. We're going to have a little
reprieve here before we go to the opposite side. Make a little circle to massage your lower back with your knees. Maybe a gentle rock side to side. Nice. Now, however you get onto that left side, let's do it. So you've got your arm going all the way back and your head is just resting on the arm. Your legs are bent, your feet and knees are touching. Right arm comes out on the floor and then we lift it up. Really keep it long here, back to the floor. Lift it. You're only lifting it straight up to the ceiling to start. And lower. And lift. And lower. Now take your left arm, lift your head up. Bring it out so the wrist and shoulder line up. Connect your palms. If you want to keep the head on the floor, you can, or find a pillow. Now this right arm sweeps up. You open the chest to face up and let that arm go all the way to the opposite side. Keep it long. And then bring it back to meet the hand again. And sweep it back up. And back down. And one more time. Bring it back down. And this time we're going to make that big circle. So you're going backwards first. And then around the side, over your hip, and back to meet the hand again. And let's do that again. Big circle. Keep the arm nice and long. You might hear a little popping. I just did. I guess that's a good thing. One last big sweep. Nice. Now bring both hands in. Get back onto your back. We're going to keep our feet hip width apart. Your legs are bent. Walk your heels as close to your butt as you can get them. Or maybe you slide your butt towards your heels, however you get there. Now do that pelvic tilt so you have no space between the low back and the floor. Squeeze your glutes. Roll up one vertebrae at a time. This is massaging the upper back. Roll it back down. Roll the pelvis forward, pull in the tummy. Reverse it, low back to the floor. Lift up. As high as you can with your glutes. Roll back down. Roll the pelvis forward. Reverse it. Roll back up. And one last time, roll it down. Go forward. Pelvis up. So you got that tight connection and then just round back up. Now up here, squeeze your knees together and then open them up and squeeze and open and squeeze and open and just do it 2 more times. It's good for you. One last time. Roll the pelvis down. Extend your right leg all the way down along the floor. Flex your right foot and try to get your calf staying on the floor. A towel around the bottom of the left foot, however you get there. Straighten your left leg. Hold onto your towel with your left hand. Now, push your heel towards the ceiling and try using your leg muscle to move your foot further backwards. It's not the arm here doing all the work. And then release it forward. Heel to the ceiling, lock out the leg, move it backwards using leg muscle. Release it forward, let it go. Push the heel up, move the leg back, and release that leg. Extend it all the way down along the floor. Bend the right leg. Towel around the right foot. This is your last stretch. Hold on to the towel with the right hand. Push the heel up, move the leg back. And release it. And do it again. So you're using the muscles of the leg to move the foot backwards. You're not pulling on the towel. All but for a tiny bit. Last one. Let the towel go. Bring both knees into the chest. You're going to open the knees nice and wide. Roll them forward, bring them together. So you're making a big circle with each of them. Nice. Rock and roll up to a seated position. Come all the way up on the toes. Get as high as you can on your toes. Let's get some blood flow going to our head. Okay. Off into a full fold. One hand at a time. Come up slowly. Big deep breath. I thank you so much for your power and strength. Thank you for being here. Hopefully you feel fabulous.